This is the Normal Nerds Podcast, where two very normal dudes talk about very nerdy stuff and whatever else feel like talking about. I'm your host, Maxwell Cerisia.
And I'm your host, whose suffering is finally over, Davis Bates.
This episode, we talk about the final episode of Attack on Titan. So sit back, relax, and welcome to the Normal Nerds Podcast. All right, Davis.
Yo.
The time has finally come.
It's
where we can rejoice.
We're free.
That
We're
Attack
free.
on Titan is over.
Oh my God, it's finally done. All this years long now of pain and suffering that we've had to deal with. Oh, thank God it's finally done.
Before we dive in, I want to say, if you're a long-time listener, you know where this is going.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not a long-time listener, and you're a big Attack on Titan stan,
You're one of the worst people on the planet.
that's not what I was going to say.
But I said that. And
He
I stand
said it,
by
he said it,
You're
he said
so
it.
annoying.
He said
You're
it.
all so annoying.
I wouldn't say worst people on the planet, but I would agree you're one of the worst anime people on the planet.
Sure. Fine.
Yeah.
Compromise.
I mean, there's
You
still...
suck.
Yeah, but what I was going to say is, well, now you know. If you're Attack on Titan stan, you're going to have a bad time with this episode.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say.
Yes.
And also putting in a little thing, if you're Attack on Titan stan, you're like, what do you mean? They're going to crap on it? We love the first three seasons of Attack on Titan.
First three seasons are one of the best anime I've ever seen in my life.
Chef's
And in the future,
kiss.
I will always tell people to watch Attack on Titan and stop after the third season.
When Aaron points off, the show is over.
Done. That's it. That's all there is to it.
So let's focus heavily on the last episode. So, as we all know, the final season was put into 4 parts?
Something like that.
4 parts.
Yeah.
4
Yes.
parts, because there's 2 seasons, then another episode, and then this was the last episode.
Yes.
Let's get into the good stuff first.
I was going to suggest that too.
Let's get into good stuff. Let's start
All
out light.
5 minutes.
You know, how about let's try to do a good person sandwich, where it's like it's a business thing.
Sounds very, very
It's like
not appropriate for.
No, sorry. It's like good common. I don't know. It's a common sandwich. You start out with something good, which is the bread, top bread, and then it's like do the negative, and then you end them with something good.
Okay, that's fair.
I already know what we're gonna end with good. Don't worry. I already got it.
Oh,
Don't
okay.
worry.
You already got the ending? All right.
Oh, yeah, I got it.
So
Don't worry.
you want to start with the good stuff?
We're gonna start with the good stuff.
All right.
Go
okay.
ahead. Start up.
All right. Well, for me, the good stuff, and this is something that the show's been missing, was the actual fights and combat were good in this show. Thank you. For the first time in like 3 parts, something like that. Because pretty much ever since, I want to say the fight against the Warhammer at the start of
War,
yeah, Declaration of War. Since there wasn't really any good fights after that.
People talk about that like one Armor Titan Aaron fight was good, but it wasn't.
Which one is that? Oh, when he was walking.
Yeah, when he's like
That
hobbling.
sucked.
Yeah,
that fight
yeah,
sucked.
that was
we
different.
broke that down in a different episode. That
Also,
fight
Gabby
sucked.
had a big thing in that episode.
Yeah.
So
This is a positive. This is a positive. This is a positive. This is a positive.
yeah, let's just talk about this episode. Let's talk about this episode.
This
All right.
episode.
This episode.
Anyways, the fighting on the back of the Aaron Founder Titan was awesome.
It was
with
sick.
all the unique previous Titans attacking them. I want to give credit to the showrunners for that, and the creator if he actually drew all that in.
He did.
Each one of those Titans was unique. And it was amazing to see. They were each more interesting than the last one. Honestly, it was one of those things where it actually made me think like, oh man, I wish I could have known the stories about some of these Titans and all that stuff. That's something
kinda like
it actually,
Avatar effect.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it actually got me thinking that about the show for a little bit. So credit to them, they were awesome. That I don't want to make fun of it with the tongue thing, but that cow one was awesome. It took down Armin. That was so smart, cool.
Yeah.
I loved all the Warhammer Titans when they were. Just,
Oh, the Warhammer ones were the coolest. They looked like knights, like big knights.
exactly.
Like,
they were sick.
Like guardians.
They looked so much cooler than the Warhammer that Aaron
know,
fought.
I
Like
know.
the Warhammer that Aaron fought looked dumb as hell. But even that was
They were using
cool.
swords. They were using
Yeah,
arrows.
axes. When they did the barrage of arrows, that was so cool. And I did enjoy when Reiner was fighting them. He was just picking up their weapons and chucking them at him.
Yeah,
that
that's
was
cool.
like, oh, that's so cool. That's so bad.
That one axe he threw was like, I was like, ooh.
Ooh, that was good. That was a good scene. Oh my goodness.
That I
and
agree
ODM
with.
gear.
And ODM gear was great too. That was another thing that was awesome. One of the best scenes. So for me, the first like 30 to 40 minutes of the episode was awesome. Like great time. Levi, when like they're coming down on Aaron after he becomes a colossal titan, which all that sequence was like really cool. With like, I don't like the worm thing. I'm just gonna say I don't like it, but that's anime. I'm gonna toss that one up to anime.
Yeah,
like
sure,
anime
yeah.
always has weird ass shit.
Yeah. Someone in there.
But like, and it turned all these people into titans, and I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. Like,
Yeah.
this is kind of cool. And then Levi's flying through all these rocks. I was like, this is sick. Levi cutting Zeke's head off. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Levi looked cool. The ODM
Levi
gear
was
was
awesome.
cool.
Mikasa was awesome.
Yeah. I actually liked the way Jean was acting and Connie and like, even though we hate Annie, seeing the female Titan go at it again was awesome.
She was badass when she was in the show.
Yeah.
It was quite fire.
Falco having wings. I don't know what that.
Still don't understand how that makes sense, but okay. If someone, I'm gonna hate myself for doing this. If you want to explain to me how the Falco having wings makes sense, put it in the comments, please, because I don't get it. When you just remember how to fly when none of the other Titans, Beast Titans that we saw could fly.
Yeah, that's the other thing though is like even though they look cool, why?
Yeah.
What are these like Beast Titans?
I don't really know. Yeah.
Like they didn't exist, and all of a sudden they're just like, nah, they're there.
Wait, what? I'm confused.
Like the one with like the cow head, and then there's one that was like standing like this, like and it was an armor Titan, but he had like a ram's head.
Yeah, those are Beastie Titans.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. Is like it was like the Beast Titans. Like we never really got to. I guess Zeke's Titan, but like yeah, but like Falco's not a Beast Titan.
Yeah, he is.
He's a Jaw Titan.
Oh shit, he's a Jaw Titan. You're right.
Yeah.
No, but he has Zeke's blood in him. That's what it is. That's why he did that. Remember, that's why he did it. Yeah. Or yeah, his fluid, whatever.
Oh. See, now it all makes sense.
Yeah, that's why he could do that. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's a lot better because I was like, this is just dumb.
That's why he had that unique variant sort of thing. Yeah.
I forgot about that. Okay. Because it came out like 7 years ago.
Oh, yeah. A million plus. How would you remember that? Also, it's fucking the kid's story. No one gives a shit about that.
Even though Falco's cool.
Falco's awesome. The Falco rules. You know, another great thing, his symbolism there with Falco being a falcon.
God, so stupid. Like, what a nail on a collar. Like, this is like. Okay. Hold on a second. Anyways, so then the Car Titan, which sucks. I don't care about the Car Titan ever. Kind of cool fighting a little bit, but I did enjoy the scene where the Car Titan's like, screw it. She was like, Peake's like, I'm going, I don't care.
Yeah.
And like throws the thing around Eren saying, she's like, die, you bastard, or whatever. And then gets stabbed by the Warhammer Titan. That sequence was cool.
It was awesome. Yeah, that was great. Yeah. Everything happened on the back was good.
Yeah. Even when they landed back, like with all the Marlians and the Eldians. Yeah. That sequence was cool, except for Gabby. Anytime
she's terrible.
She's stupid.
They keep making her like make her be important with that gun up there in Falco's back. It's like you're shot.
She had one shot.
She did one
shot. And of course it was super important. If Levi was smart, he would just be like, "Oh, oops, she recoiled the gun and threw her off."
Yeah. That is something else I actually liked really fast about Levi was I enjoyed how he killed Zeke again. Like when as we'll get to it, we'll get the whole Zeke actually emerging from the Titan, but I enjoyed when he got out of there, he was like, "Hey Levi, I'm over here." And Levi was like, I'm gonna kill him.
Yeah. And then I love how he's like,
this.
he's like, I understand everything now, and blah.
Yeah, it just gets rid of him.
I also did like the whole scene with Armin and Zeke when they're in this. I can't remember what that's called. That area is called. They're in the sand area.
Oh, the paths.
I like that, the paths, and like him turning to the other past Titans and be like they're finally realizing because Armin talked. I was like, oh, this is all good.
Yeah, that was interesting stuff.
Yeah, and then it was awesome to see like the past Titans. Because, like, they never die. They're always in them.
Yeah. It was leaning weird.
Oh, they never die. They're always in them. So they came back and fought for them. Yeah. And I was like, oh, that was cool. That was cool.
That was bad. Yeah. I'll have thoughts about that later. But I enjoy it. I don't know. I enjoyed pretty much. God, there was a span of 20 minutes that I really enjoyed. And it was pretty much all the combat scenes. I did love, as much as Falco's bird thing is dumb. I did enjoy that scene where Mikasa was like doing her like, you know, her hero moment, and she had wings behind her, and it was Falco.
Yeah, that was cool.
That was really cool.
Yeah, and honestly,
it had a lot of good visuals.
The visuals were awesome. Very good.
Yeah.
Like the Thunderlance is like those were the way they shot those off. Though I thought that was cool.
Or some shit like that. I don't remember.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways.
Alrighty.
So it was good for 30-40 minutes for me. Like 30 minutes for me. Then Eren talked to Armin.
Ugh.
And then the whole thing went
terrible. It was horrendous. I don't understand how anyone thinks this makes sense. I don't. I don't understand. That's why I don't understand Attack on Titan stands.
Okay, hold on a second. I'm trying to cover our bases in this. It doesn't make sense. We're not saying it doesn't make sense because we don't understand it.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
We understand everything there is to understand about this. One, because it's not complicated at all.
No.
But it doesn't. When David's, I was putting words in your mouth. You can agree with me. Now. When he's saying it doesn't make sense, he's not saying he doesn't understand it.
Yeah.
You understand it.
I understand it.
I understand it.
Yes.
It's dumb.
It's dumb.
Yeah.
I'm saying I don't understand how people like it.
Yeah. Oh, that's doesn't make sense.
Yeah, that doesn't make any goddamn sense.
But they would have heard you. They would have heard you say that.
100%. Yeah,
they would have been like, he doesn't get it. He doesn't get it.
My fedora on. Like, get the fuck out of here. No, It's dumb. It's dumb. It's the stupid thing. Like, I know they try to cover up with Aaron, like him saying that, Aaron, I'm an idiot who got too much power, blah, 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 blah. But then it really didn't matter then, because everything, whoever got this was going to happen regardless, because it all just happens.
Yep.
Like, regardless. Ymir apparently was the big baddie behind all this in the end because
Apparently.
of a reason we'll get to in a second. But I didn't enjoy any of this. And he was like, oh, Aaron, like, it's all happening at once. I tried a million different ways to try and change things. They all still happen the same way. And I feel like he didn't have any agency in it. Yet there's this one line that drives me nuts, that he was talking about how Berthold needed to live in order for this whole plan to work. So he had to send the, whatever, I can't remember her name, his dad's wife to go kill the mom at the beginning there, which was a stupid little, we'll talk about a second, stupid little thing to add just right there. But what I didn't get there is, why did you just kill Berthold right there? That would have fundamentally changed the whole plan. You didn't have to,
because you already saw it and it wouldn't have changed anything.
But like,
But that's what that's
yeah,
his
that's what I don't
whole
get
thing.
this.
That's his whole thing. Is like, this is what was really stupid, is that like Aaron can see the past and the future all at the same time.
They should never add the time thing.
No, they shouldn't add it for this reason. Aaron is a poorly written character. He's a very badly written character. We talk about it all the time. He's not written well. Like, at first, Aaron's whole thing, and it so annoyed me. They showed in the past, Aaron loved his friends and loved everyone. Yeah, he was raging them, but he was like,
yeah.
And then Aaron became bad. And we all wanted to know, Aaron, why did you become bad? What was the reason you became bad? Oh, just because.
Yeah.
That was the reason. It was like, it was the future. And it's like, this is, the writer wanted Aaron to become bad because he wanted to have a good character become bad, the main character, and thought that'd be interesting to see, which it is. We've talked about it outside the podcast. Watching Anakin become Darth Vader.
It's great.
Great. You didn't want it because we all loved Anakin, but it made sense.
Yes.
But the writer of Attack on Titan can't write. So he literally was just like, well, Aaron becomes bad because time.
Yeah, that's it. Because time. And there was like it was just too many like reveal the curtain moments too. It's like, oh, Aaron can't control anything, but then he can control stuff, and then really it's Ymir behind the scenes being the one who's like wants to find a way to end it all because she found Mikasa somewhere in the time. It didn't make any sense.
It didn't
make any sense. I don't understand. At any point, they probably could have just gotten rid of the Titans and been fine. And maybe the world actually would have been better for it. Because as we saw with the ending, the world stayed shitty.
Yeah,
after Aaron killed 80% of the people.
This is another thing,
It didn't fix anything.
It's all was for Mute, which Aaron knew, which is even dumber that he knew it wasn't going to work, but still committed mass genocide on the world, 80% of the population. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Because you know the plan's not going to work. It's like, if it's not going to work, then why not do the one that doesn't work? Because he's seen all these different options, like he's Doctor Strange. Why don't you do the one that doesn't work, that doesn't kill 80% of the population?
Yeah.
Because clearly you only could do that because you have the rumbling. So no one else is going to be able to do that.
Yeah.
But what I hate is what you're pointing out is like, ew, it's like Attack Titan stance. There's like, oh, but it shows that just resolve will never happen, and you can't. History will just constantly repeat yourself unless you learn from it, and war continues. And
they didn't learn from it. They could see the fucking future.
They're saying history will continue if you don't learn from it.
I understand what from this story is that history will just continue to do this shitty stuff. No one learned anything. The whole message of the story, like, yes, maybe that's what he's trying to communicate to us, but the whole message of the story is that nothing changes ever. Like, Aaron supposedly couldn't control the future or anything like that. It's all going to happen. Yeah, so everything you do, there's no fucking free will. Anything you do doesn't fucking work because Aaron died, and then they had Nazi peace for 5 minutes, and then the whole world went to shit again, and there were bombs everywhere, just for an Aaron-like character at the end to come find the tree where the last founder died and was buried, and probably has a remnants of that stupid fucking worm in his head, and he's gonna go in there and restart the whole Titan thing. It's gonna be a whole mess again.
It's not creative.
It's not creative. It's dumb.
It's like freshman college, late high school student.
It really is.
War will always exist. It's like, yeah, we get it. Yeah, okay. But
it's so stupid.
I also hate, I guess the author was like, he's like, I'm gonna have the ending. People aren't gonna like it, and I'm like, that's dumb. Mm-hmm. Listen, we've seen endings of things that make you hurt. Yeah. Wish they ended the other way. Yeah. How many endings in anime are like that? So many anime end like that. A million end like that.
A lot, yeah.
And but it's still a good ending.
Yeah.
It's like I didn't want Ed to give up his alchemic powers.
I know.
I want him to keep them so bad.
Yeah, I know.
But it was like, ooh.
I can't remember his name. I always wanted that kid in a race, though, to end up with that one girl, but he never did. That was so heartbreaking.
Yeah, it was hard.
But it was a great story.
But Aaron, if Aaron actually had a good reason for doing all this.
Yes.
Like, legitimate good reason. I would have been like, huh, that was interesting. Didn't see that coming. But here's what our reason, if you watch the podcast, you know, here's what we thought. Aaron was just genocidal because no reason. Mm-hmm. Then we got his reason.
Oh, God.
And it's even dumber than you could possibly think it'd be.
Yeah.
It was to make his friends, first of all, mass murderers.
100%, yeah.
And the heroes.
Yes.
And it's like, but once again, so that happens first. We're talking about this, right? You know, that happens. He's like making the heroes. I was like, that's so dumb.
Yes.
That's so dumb. And then he's like, but I knew it wasn't going to work. It's like, why do any of it?
Why? What's the point of that? What was the point of killing over half the world?
And making your friends mass murderers.
Exactly, yeah. You committed so much genocide.
Yeah.
And you're just like, first off, even before all that, even if you knew it was going to work, this is a bad plan.
Yeah.
I'm going to kill half the world just to make 2 people look like they're heroes and be like bridges for all of society that's left. That's like what, like fucking couple 100,000 people maybe? A couple million people maybe? Yeah, that's 80%. A couple million people. That's dumb. That's a bad way to do this. You could have just destroyed Marley, and then that could have been like the start to all of it or something like that. But like you went around, you destroyed, as you're watching, he destroyed people that didn't even know what Titans were. Probably.
Nope.
It was like
innocent people.
Oh my God.
Mountains. Like the way I explained it, it was like this. It's like because there's people. Oh God. I know you like originally were Aaron's right and all this. I'm hoping your path has changed.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, but like I see people at anime cons like, was Aaron right? They're like, yeah, fuck, oh yeah, he's totally right. Like, fuck those people, blah blah. But I'm like, listen, if you went in and destroyed the governments, I mean, I wouldn't have been that pissed about it. I'd have been like, listen, like they had it coming.
He killed refugees. That wasn't good.
Yeah, he killed innocent people. The analogy I use is this: is if that like you live in Ukraine, you obviously hate Russia.
Yeah,
but like. If a Russian civilian died who was just like teaching school, who had nothing to do with any of this, and they were like, good. It's like, what? No, that person was innocent.
Yeah.
Listen, casualties happen in war. This wasn't war.
This was genocide.
This was genocide.
It's bad.
And like these people did nothing wrong to the aliens. They literally just lived their lives. They didn't make any decisions. Marley, they like that kind of like, if Aaron like came in and steamrolled them, they were at war.
Yes.
They were already at war. Like, once again, I don't want civilians to die. None of us want civilians to die. But they were already at war. So, like,
Yeah.
That's why I blame the government.
Yeah. On top of that, like, you talked about it outside the podcast, too. Like, the creator should have just made the world Marley.
Yes.
Adding all these other things into it was not a good move.
Yeah.
Because, like, it created too much havoc. Mm-hmm. I think he probably did it because he wanted to show that Aaron was evil or something like that.
For some reason.
For dumb reasons to make him. I
agree
can't fathom it. Like he did this whole thing. Sorry.
No, you're good.
He did this whole thing where we're like, I want Aaron to be evil, want to be a bad guy, blah blah blah, and then he does that entire character change at the end there, where we saw classic Aaron for a little while, and it's like, dude, so you just. Aaron wasn't even like, okay, what he did was bad. He was evil for that. But in your writing, he's just a slave to destiny.
Yeah.
So like. He's not even really a bad guy. So you didn't even write a bad guy. You just wrote a dude. You wrote the future as evil. That's what you did. You wrote time as evil. Or Ymir. I still don't understand that.
Well, and that's what I don't like is like, it was like scapegoating writing.
Yeah.
One, he was like, well, Aaron became evil because time. Mm-hmm. And 2, this is stupid. This is so stupid. And you're like, well, Aaron admits he was an idiot with too much power. I'm like, so? Yeah. That doesn't mean you're evil. I'm sorry. Naruto's not evil. Luffy's not evil.
Yeah.
Goku's not evil.
Yeah.
We could go through a list of dumb idiots.
Exactly.
As long as you have Aaron had a good heart.
Yes.
That's why I hate the scene. I hate the scene when Misaka and Aaron are off on their own and like the log and showing what could have happened. And he's like this. And I'm like, that's the Aaron we knew.
Yes. The one we liked.
That's the one we really, really enjoyed. But no.
No, we can't have that. We can't have that kind of ending. No. Dumb. I don't like. Yeah, I could not understand it. Like, just like he just could not, like, he couldn't write his own character anymore. It was the weirdest thing.
It's just, I understand that he was like, because like, you know, I'm not a writer, but I make D&D characters, NPCs that I want to last a long time. And I'm like, I want this character to turn out like this. Mm-hmm. But like, you need hints of it. You need like, you know, he wanted to write a main character that started out good and ended up evil, which is always interesting. That is interesting.
That's a fun thing to do.
But he didn't know how to do it. No. He didn't know how to do it. And then instead of being like, oh, maybe I should abandon this, he's like, no, I'll just use time. I'll get them all. And what I'll do is I'll do like some foreshadowing.
Yeah, I know. Oh my God, yeah. So like, it was
just, and then we got to talk about it because we can ramble on this for years.
100%.
Then, so I'm watching the episode and they're like, well, Ymir is actually in control of this because she's been controlled by King Fritz the entire time. And I was like, if he says love, this is going to be so stupid. He's like, because she loved King Fritz. I was like, how lazy is this?
It's such bad writing. It's such bad writing.
2,000 years?
I know. And it was also unnecessary because, like, we were fine with Ymir's story being the one that she was just a slave. That's what she was. That was her whole mentality. That was like, that's why she kept persisting after she died, because she just had that mentality that she had to serve and all this stuff, and it was fucked up, and we liked it. That was actually, I kind of liked that story. I'm not gonna lie. Then he ruined it, and I did not get it. It didn't make any sense. And then but you saw Misuka, and Misuka loved Eren, like the same way that she loved King Fritz. So there was how she found an out for the Titan. What?
Yeah, I actually say I don't understand. The way I viewed it is that she needed Misuka to kill Eren because to see someone who loves King Fritz the way she did. This was my thought. And if Misuka could overcome that, then she could break out of the love. And I was like, I guess that kind of makes sense, I guess. Once again, this is like a thin line here. Kind of makes sense. And then we find out that she killed King Fritz. So I'm like, what did you need? What was Misuka in all this? Just someone who loved Eren?
Apparently, someone who loved Eren and could swing a sword.
And that's about held his dead head and kissed it.
That was so weird. That was so weird. That's classic Attack on Titan, but I was like, fucking weird.
Yeah, that was weird. The author's weird.
Also, that final, that final colossal Titan fight there at the end was unnecessary. It just, felt drawn out and stupid.
It did feel drawn out at that point.
When they took out the head and then the colossal Titan came out, I was just, once again, why doesn't he just look like a big attack Titan? I don't understand.
That would have been
the colossal Titan, the colossal Eren Titan looks stupid as hell.
The
long hair. The long hair is bad.
They should get rid of the long hair thing.
I don't know why. Yeah, they came out of nowhere. It's like,
And then we find out, I guess, Paradise became Nazis.
That happened. That happened because the Jaeger estate were just evil. And then, super great. And they had a peace.
Reiner gets to live
I hated that. I hated that he let the initial Marleyan Titans that came in and destroyed the fucking place live long. They had full lives.
Yeah. And he also had no redemption arc. I don't know.
Not a
people
single
forget
one.
this. There was like, he's the greatest writer ever. This is better than One Piece. If you ever say that, you're totally wrong.
Yeah, you're wrong.
But Annie had no redemption arc. She literally was evil, got put in a crystal, got taken out of the crystal, and everyone was just like, be good to Annie.
That was it. Yeah, that was it. She still kind of sucked overall, too.
Yeah, she was a jerk to him.
Yeah, she was. She was like, I regret nothing. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Fuck you. That was stupid. And then those are the ambassadors for peace. The people who massacred these people on this island, they're the peace ambassadors.
Started the genocide of it all.
My God. So stupid. They are war criminals.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah. So that was bad writing too. What else was there? Yeah, I hated so much of it. Every time he talked, the whole sequence of him talking to Armin was stupid.
It was stupid, especially because I hated Aaron's normal, and then when he got his they're sitting in the pool of blood or whatever. All of a sudden he's back to his emo Aaron. I'm like, oh my God, with this is all stupid.
Yep, all dumb, all very dumb.
I told you I had something good left.
Yeah, you did. Yeah. What do you got?
So we said, the action beginning was good, crapping on the writing at the ending. But here's the positive. It's over.
Yeah, that is so positive.
Over.
We're free.
We are free. If this wins Anime of the Year and Jujutsu Kaisen doesn't, Crunchyroll, you're a piece of shit.
Yeah, you really are. Everyone that voted for them, you suck.
Yeah, don't even allow it. I'm all for just voting and not rigging votes. But if a bunch of Attack on Titan stands vote that in, just be like, listen, we know it's Jujutsu Kaisen.
We know. Jujutsu Kaisen's insane. It's insane.
Yeah. So Eren, one of the worst written characters ever.
Yep. Attack on Titan, one of the worst endings ever.
Yep. First great 3 seasons though.
First 3 seasons are prime. Oh, dude, I'm so happy it's over.
Yeah,
it's finally time. I mean, I know we're pumped to the end of the podcast here, but man, from the point where I started Attack on Titan, all the way back in 2015, maybe a little earlier in high school, and then you wait that 3-year skip between season 1 and season 2, and then you watch the other 2 seasons. It is a long ass journey. Now that you think about it, and man, it feels that is something nice. It does feel good that this anime is over after all this time. It's been over a decade now watching
13
this.
years.
Yeah, so
because that's how long Titans live.
That's so stupid.
Yeah, no.
I am very happy that it is on a non-cynical note. I am very happy that this anime has come to an end. It's not something to put under your belt, which is nice.
I do remember.
I'm glad I did watch it for as much as I did.
We first started like being friends. I only watched the first season.
Yeah.
And you're like, no, dude, it's good, it's good. And I was like, I don't know. And then I watched the second season. I was like, oh my god, dude, this show's amazing. And then watched the third season. I was like, oh my god, this show's amazing.
Yep.
And then I remember both of us were like, oh, let's go.
Season 4.
And then
Bad.
when it started, it was fine.
Yeah,
we were like,
yeah.
We hated Gabby.
We did.
Actually, it was like, I think it was one of the first anime we reviewed on the podcast.
It probably was. Yeah. I think we kicked it up right around when it was starting. Yeah. But yeah.
Well, goodbye, Attack on Titan.
Peace out.
Thank you, Normal Nerd Nation, for listening and maybe even watching another podcast episode. Make sure you follow us on Twitter, Reddit, YouTube, and Instagram. Davis is always posting hilarious memes on there.
Also, like and subscribe while you're at it, and leave a rating if you have some time. It helps people find the show.